To nobody's surprise, Snow White was a major flop. I don't think any of us are shocked. Now, what I did not expect is how bad it has gotten for Snow White. Because in my mind, I thought to myself, I didn't see the seats filling up. People weren't buying ahead of time. But common sense said, I'm sure there's going to be walk-in sales and people who aren't paying attention. They want to take their family out on the weekend to see a movie. So, hey, why not go see Snow White? But no, that's not happening. They made $43 million domestically over the weekend. And that's not good. Around the world, globally, they made $87 million total. What does that mean? Nobody likes his film, domestically or internationally. So it bombed. It hasn't been good for Snow White. Maybe Rachel Zegler shouldn't criticize the old film, call it outdated, say the prince was stalking Snow White, say Snow White will not be saved by a prince. Probably not the best marketing, especially when you want to win over this fan base where they're trying to trust you and you want to get them invested in this film. Maybe not criticize the film you're remaking. It's not a good idea. And it didn't work out very well, as you can see from the numbers here. Lion King, they made $191 domestically. Beauty and the Beast, $174 million. This is for opening weekend for these films. Alice in Wonderland, $116 million. The Jungle Book, $103 million. You know who made more than Snow White? Dumbo, $46 million. Well, hey, I guess you don't want to be saved by the prince, so have at it. This is what you're going to get out of a film like this. And it's a complete disaster for Disney. And maybe they're going to learn their lesson at this point that you shouldn't push political ideologies on people, identity politics. They're tired of it. Traditional families are rejecting this movie. Maybe Disney will finally realize, hey, we should get back to the way we used to make movies. Otherwise, we're going to keep losing our fan base and people are going to find something else to entertain themselves. And again, people are saying, well, maybe they could turn things around because, The Lion King didn't start well. They still made $717 million worldwide, which turned out to be a huge hit, as the article says here. But to be honest, you're looking at all the controversy, the Seven Dwarfs that turned into CGI characters, and it was absolutely disgusting how they just pushed aside the dwarf community. It's embarrassing. It's uncalled for, especially when diversity is such a big thing for Disney right now, how they don't want to leave people out. But you left the dwarf community out of this film when it's a huge opportunity for them because they need roles. They need to take care of the families. Get future opportunities at other films. That's why I don't understand why Disney went in this direction because it didn't make any sense. It doesn't help you, earn the trust of your fans. It would have been better to have live dwarf actors in this film because it makes the movie more relatable. But no, Disney wanted to just put them to the side and think it would work out very well. But no, it has not. At this point, I don't know where Snow White goes from here. I mean, Rachel Zegler, yeah, hopefully she can rebound from this. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes from the critics gave it 44%. Now, the audience, 74%, but if you look at the overall grade, it's around like 23% from all the fans. And usually when you have a controversial movie, the fans are going to usually give it a higher score than the critics. That's just how it goes for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, Snow White, you have just embarrassed yourselves here. And who knows what's going to happen next. Maybe these numbers will be better over the next few weeks, even internationally. But they're climbing an uphill battle because they spent $300 million on this film. That doesn't include marketing, by the way. So I have a strange feeling they're not going to make a profit. They're actually going to lose money from this film. And will Disney learn their lesson? Is this the final straw where they're going to be like, you know what? Let's make some good movies again. Now, Lilo and Stitch looks really good. I haven't heard any, controversy. I haven't seen any problems with it. So maybe that's the turning point for Disney. I don't know, but it does look like a really good movie for Disney. And hopefully they learn from this. But man, Snow White, just a disaster, embarrassing. And I don't know what else to say at this point. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the box office bombing of Snow White. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.